What about talking about your race?
Why do you change the subject?
You said Black Lives
Just
Matter
answering the
protesters are dogs.
question.
Should we go down?
I said they're dogs.
All right,
You're
hang
a
on.
liar.
All right,
Show me where I ever said that
It's
protesters
funny you didn't
are
deny the
dogs.
above. You said
You want us to show you. I mean, you want us, people who were born and raised on the internet, to show you where you said Black Lives Matter protesters are dogs. You sure you want to do that? All right, well, hey, you ain't saying nothing but a word. Let's go ahead and pull this up here. So facts don't care about your feelings. Now, the first time that I've heard that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it was from Ben Shapiro, okay? And what made that quote or that phrase so popular is because essentially when you're having a conversation with someone, you usually want to ground that conversation in something factual, something that's backed by statistics, analytics, anything, because then the conversation can go in this like weird circle conversation and there's no end to it. So it's good to have a conversation when there is a foundation of something factual to kind of keep the conversation going. It makes sense on paper. The only time that doesn't make sense is if right now, if I try to explain to people, unemployment is at a rate that's pretty common for the past 4 years before the pandemic, or if I explain to people inflation is almost down to 2.0%, like, it's factual, but people don't feel the change. They still go to the grocery store spending almost $100 myself for like 3 dinners, and they're really basic dinners. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes feelings can kind of trump facts. But normally when you're having a factual conversation that's easily looked up, if the other person doesn't understand that, the conversation can get really weird. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Miss Sarah Palin. Oh my God, I haven't heard about her or heard from her since she lost against Obama. And that's when I was first kind of not introduced to politics, but starting to slowly pay a lot more attention. And she was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just remember her being weird and that was it, and she's on a panel with Pierce Morgan and Medhi Hasan and Destiny and another guy. I don't know who he is, but this was such an awesome panel with Destiny and Hasan together. Well, Medhi Hasan, not Hassan Piker, but whatever. So they're having a conversation and it gets to a weird spot where they're questioning factual information and Sarah Palin refuses to answer. And it's because I honestly don't think she knows. Like, she could just be plain dumb just to play dumb, but I honestly don't think she knows. And it's a quick Google search. So let's go ahead and listen, and maybe we can learn some lessons here.
And our sovereignty. And because Kamala and because the Democrat Party has put an end to so much of our exploration, certainly so much of our development of our own natural resources.
Isn't America producing more energy today than we have in all of history?
No, we're not. And
that's not true? We're not?
No, we're not. And
okay.
Remember, Kamala and her administration, day one, they stopped pipelines, no more drilling on federal land.
So, so we look up, America's not producing more energy. You ran with McCain. You said you care about veterans and everything.
So hopefully I can remember to put a chart. If I don't, go ahead and just Google it. Just Google energy production for the past 10 years. I went back to 2020 year 2000, and you can easily just see just the increase throughout the years. Even today, it's just increasing. So when she's saying that energy production has been down under the past 3 years, almost 4 years, is like, that's not factual. It's an easy lookup. You don't have to be some sort of science nerd to collect that information. from 3 sources that I looked up, all you have around the same data, and everything's just going up. So it's like, Palin, Sarah, can I call you Sarah? Okay. Hey, Sarah, get your shit together. That's simple. So let's continue.
Did Trump's comments about McCain bother you at all? Did Trump prefers people that didn't get captured?
I've never said anything negative about McCain or any.
I didn't ask if you said it. I asked if Trump's comments bother you about that.
Anyway,
when Trump made fun of that Gold Star family for their child, did that bother you?
They bother me. I wrote a column criticizing him heavily for it.
It's funny. Pierce is like, hey, it bothered me. Like, don't attack me. It bothered me. Like, he knew to get the hell out of Dodge on that question. And see how Sarah is just continuing to not answer the question. I don't understand why it's so hard for especially Trump supporters to be like, you know what? I support Trump on X, Y, and Z, but what he said about the Gold Star family or what he said about veterans, I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. But on A, B, and C and 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's what I'm voting for. It's not hard, is it? Like why? Why can't she just say that?
Cares about vets. I had 2 parents who served in the Air Force. I'm just curious, if you cared about vets, did these comments bother you?
When
Trump tried to go to Arlington and do a photo op there.
If I care about vets,
yeah,
really,
if you do, did these comments bother you?
If I care about vets.
If you cared about vets,
so
I'm asking, did these comments bother you?
the inherent link between energy and prosperity and
it's
energy
talk
security.
About whether or not Trump's comments about McCain bother
you interrupted the point that I was going to make.
Because you're not making any points. These are political talking points. Are we running for office in here?
Really?
Damn.
You did run for office, by the way. You ran with John McCain, the most warmongering man that we know of. Why did you run with John McCain?
The point to make.
Why did you run with John McCain if you're anti-wars?
To make a positive difference in our country.
But he would have sent more people to die.
You don't know that.
I do. He literally said bomb Iran. He sang it.
Yeah.
I mean,
there you go. and I looked up a few articles because, like I said, I was really just slow motioning my way into politics. So I had to look up that information, and it's an article that he did say that he was going to go in there and just do what he has to do, send more troops over. And it's like, I don't understand why we're denying stuff that's easily looked up. Like, that's the great thing about social media. We can archive all these things and look back 10, 20, 30 years from now and see what you said about a particular subject. So stop lying. Just be honest.
He did campaign.
He campaigned on a war platform.
100 years in Iraq.
He campaigned on staying in Iraq 100 years and bombing Iran.
You're asking why I accepted the nomination to
I'm just
run
wondering,
for
you're
Vice
sitting
President
here
of the
saying
United States of
you're
America?
against war abroad, and yet I just want to remind younger viewers at home, you ran with the most warmongering senator of my lifetime.
And you're asking why I ran for Vice President of the United States of
No, I
America?
know why you ran. You wanted power.
Well,
I'm just saying why you're not consistent.
I mean, to be fair to
pointless
Palin,
question.
Vance accepted the nomination, and he said that Trump could be America's next Hitler. So, I mean, All right.
And you can always leave it to destiny to make some crazy, well, not crazy, but like just like a low blow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just shows the consistency of the low morale of the Republican Party on what they stand for, on what they stand on, what principles, anything. What integrity do they have when 1 year you can say Trump is the next Hitler, and then literally flip the script and be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't mean like Hitler. I meant like the other Hitler, the poet Hitler, like not the one who killed all the Jews, but like the friendly Hitler that we can have a beer with, like that guy. Like come on. It's in just she ran for power, for money, for access, for opportunities. It's simple. So I mean, she's not fooling nobody over here.
All right, why don't we try and be a little fairer to the ex-governor, because she's on her own here getting attacked by 3 brutal males.
And I wanted to talk about energy and America's
finish your point.
What you said was false about energy. Facts matter too. America has record energy production right now.
No.
It does.
What's
People
false?
can Google it right now
When
and see
I
that you're not
said
telling
that
the
on
truth.
day one, what the Biden administration did was halt so much of our exploration
And yet we have record energy
and our
production.
construction of pipelines. And
I'm not a fan of that, by the way. I think we should have less
denied-
energy production.
You lied.
I'm a critic of
You're
Biden
a
on his
liar.
energy production.
You're a liar. You lied.
I'm
and
a liar.
Yes, and you said No, Biden didn't do that. Yes, he did on day one.
Do you know he handed out more licenses to Trump? Do you know that?
I'm making the point that you denied. My point is true.
Destiny said energy's higher, and you said no. So if anyone lied, you did.
Listen.
Hey, Medhi is relentless. He's not going to let you off the hook. And I appreciate that debate style because you can't allow people to dominate or dictate how the conversation is going, especially if it's not based in facts and you're trying to say something that's easily disproved. Now, if it's something about feelings or your perspective on something, then yeah, you can't say someone's lying on how they feel or what they perceive something to be. But if it's something that is proven through numbers, through statistics, through research, and the information is public, like what are you talking about? You know, and we got to continue to make sure that we're not allowing people to dictate the conversation on misinformation, because then people like myself is going to go crazy trying to talk to these people. So I like that.
They can rewind it and see you saying a false statement.
Let me ask
this question. Is energy production higher today?
You don't think that Biden
is energy production higher under Biden than Trump?
And
it is.
Is energy production higher?
Just say yes.
It's a very simple question. I know facts are not your strong point. Is energy production higher today under Biden than under Trump? It's a simple yes or no question.
You're an obnoxious.
See, but then the issue,
facts don't care about your feelings.
Are Americans wrong when they have this feeling? Well, the feelings
I'm
oftentimes are
obnoxious
generated
because I asked you if energy production is higher today than under Trump.
You're
that makes me
obnoxious
obnoxious
because I'm asking you why you would say that Biden
I'm obnoxious.
didn't thwart.
You're a racist. We want to play that game? You said Obama is not born in America. He's not one of us.
I said that?
Yeah, you said Trump is doing a great job asking for his birth certificate. You said he's...
Hold on. Okay, time out. Like, man, can we give this guy a medal right here? Give him a medal for being the Mr. 100. Like I need to create, because it is crucial that we learn how to be honest and straightforward with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to sugarcoat nothing. You can't combat misinformation with kindness and love and gentleness. Like, no, sometimes you gotta just push a little, not too hard, but just give them a little nudge, and then maybe something will rattle in here and be like, oh, I'm talking to the wrong one. I ain't gonna be able to bully this person with, played out talking points from Republican heads. Like, that's not gonna work in these type of conversations. Find another fool to have that conversation with. So that was amazing. All right.
He's not one of us.
I said that?
Yeah, you said Trump is doing a great job asking for his birth certificate. You said he's not one of us. You said he jives and schmucks. Should we go down the record? You're going to call me obnoxious? Why don't you talk about your racism?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about your racism?
Why do you change the subject?
You said Black Lives Matter protesters are dogs. Should we go down?
I said they're dogs.
All right,
You're
hang
a
on.
liar.
All right,
Show me where I ever said that protesters
It's funny you didn't deny the about. You said,
you want us to show you. I mean, you want us, people who were born and raised on the internet, to show you where you said Black Lives Matter protesters are dogs. You sure you want to do that? All right, well, hey, you ain't saying nothing but a word. Let's go ahead and pull this up here.
I'm roasted. I'm melting. I've always said, though, sweat is my sanity. So as I sweat, let's bring some sanity to this discussion about this insane treaty that's in front of Congress. Thank you for being here and raising a voice of sanity, for gathering to uphold the promise that was made, that promise never again. And thank you for gathering as we can, because we are still a free people. And if you love that freedom, think of that.
Listen.
We thank you. Oh, and, since our president won't say it, since he still hasn't called off the dogs, we'll say it. Police officers and first responders all across this...
I mean, how much more proof do you need? I mean, that that looks like her, that sounds like her, who else could it be? I mean, it's kind of crazy how these people try to play us for fools, and the stuff is easily looked up. So I'm saying, please do your research. When you're trying to resolve something or try to come to a conclusion or even convince somebody, have your research. It is okay to be like, you know what? I don't know this information, or just make up some excuse like I don't got my notes or blah, blah, and be like, I will get back to you soon enough though. Then we could continue that portion of the conversation. But don't just like say, oh, I didn't say Donald Trump is a racist. And then I got like literally 15, 20 videos in the past year calling him a racist. Like that's kind of first grade level understanding right there. And just to hit on one more time, facts do matter. You need facts to have a decent, substantive conversation. But you always have to factor in feelings because, like I said, you can talk until you're blue in the face about how the economy is doing somewhat better after the pandemic. Unemployment numbers are lower than it was when the pandemic happened. So it's like a lot of things are going positively, but people are not feeling that right now. So maybe we need to revise the whole facts over feelings. But other than that, if you disagree with anything that I said in this video, hit the Discord link down below. Let's have a one-on-one talk, or let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below. And like always, let's have that conversation.